Hey everybody, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres. On to another phase of this project. Henry and I worked this morning getting this place cleaned up. I cleaned out the dead plants. We moved a couple of the benches together. And then Henry swept the place out for me because really messes up my sinuses when I have to do things like that. So not having to do that makes a monster difference for me. He just brought out a tray of plants for me. So now it's my turn to go ahead and plant a bunch of new things in here. What I'm doing is I've got, like I said, a tray. I'm gonna bring this guy over here. Some of these guys are a little wilty, unfortunately. I've been trying to get them out of the dining room. That's been half my problem. There's too much going on. Not enough of me. Not enough of Henry either. I'm going to turn these around because I'm actually looking at the back sides of the labels, which is not very helpful. Okay. Poor wilty plants. This wicking toad had previously been used for watermelons. So I think I'll stick some brassicas in there. I also have a bunch of smaller pots over here that I can use. And I'm going to sort of mix it up, I think. So let's see what we have here to start with. We have jade cross. Okay, that is Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts get huge. I usually have a hard time getting labels. I found them online. Yeah, they're plastic, but I usually use them more than once. So I think I'm going to start by counting up my jade cross. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jade cross. Okay. This is a toughie. I've never grown these before. So we're going to wing it. I am going to basically put them as far away from one another as I can. Soil in here is really dry and I'm going to have to soak it really good today. I had planned to soak these yesterday and it just didn't happen, so it's another whole story. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plant one here and one there. And as I said, I've never planted these guys before. Oh, I thought there were 2 in here. There are 3. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's always a problem when everything you try to grow sprouts and you wind up with more plants than you have places to put them. And I don't know how well they'll like being stripped apart like this, but I'm leaving the roots fairly intact, so hopefully they'll do okay. I expect them to totally wilt. And we'll see how this works out. We'll never know unless we try. We had very good luck with brassicas last year, and I'm hoping to achieve the same thing this year. Now, since everything is dry, I'm going to stop right now to water everything. There's some dirt in the bottom of this bucket, so I'm just going to pour this in here to start the process of moistening this. That was an almost, Jack. This bucket has had it. That's the second time that's happened in the last 2 months. I'm going to soak these from the top really well to try and get them some moisture as quickly as possible. And what I'll be doing is later on I'll be filling the bottom reservoir in this, because this is a wicking tote, so it has a bottom reservoir to keep things watered. That's good. Now, what I have left is I have 2 more. And I'm going to put a label on here. A lot of the brassicas look a lot alike, so eventually I would figure it out, but you don't treat all brassicas the same. So I have 2 left in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into one of these smaller pots. Now these have been really well stirred up and everything, and topped off if they were short on soil. And this has got 2 plants left in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them apart and put them like this, and we're going to see what happens. Now, I know that Jade Cross is going to take a while to grow, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to plant radishes around these plants to maximize my soil use. And I'm going to try using champion radish. These need to be planted about a 1/4 inch deep. So I am going to plant them in here. Sometimes people will do this around their bottoms of their tomato plants. There's lots of ways you can do this, and it just gives you something else that you're getting from the same space. There's no reason to waste all that space. You're having to water it every day anyway, so might as well get the most out of it. There's that one, and I'll do the same thing down here. I'm just going to draw a circle. It'll make it faster than having to make individual holes. I got most of the roots out. Missed a little bit there that I'll let just decay. That'll make kind of a 1/4 inch deep groove around the outside. And I'm putting them in every couple of inches. That gives plenty of room for them to grow and spread out a little. I could plant them closer together, but this will be good enough. I'm still sort of maximizing my space use. And the reason I hold still sometimes is I'm actually waiting for a seed to roll out from between my fingers. There we go. What I'm going to do is I need to write down what I have in here. So these are champion radishes. I need 2 labels, 1 for each pot. It tells me exactly what I have in there. Get these back in the tray and get some more water on these guys. It almost takes longer to talk about it than it does to do it. This soil is not as dry on this little pot. It's sort of pleasantly damp, I guess is the way to put it. But we'll soak that good too. That takes care of one type of plant.